So fuck me, man. I've made a whole video, it got deleted. So now I'm just gonna do it all again. I had some ranting going on the other video, but it is what it is. First fight, we got Yeonsong Park and Nie. I'm gonna call him Nie because his name is fucking hard to pronounce. I'm gonna pick Nie to win. I think that Yeonsong Park is a fraud. He managed to get to the second round with Shannon Ross. And Nie was looking decent against a guy who's quite good, Carlos Hernandez. So getting to a split decision with Carlos Hernandez is very impressive for a guy coming off the Asian regional scene. So yeah, I'm gonna pick Nie to win. Next fight, we got Kody Steele and Rongzhu. I love Kody Steele here. I think the guy is a menace. I think that he can definitely win here, and probably by finish. He could probably take advantage of his wrestling here as well, getting a submission. Because Rongzhu is dangerous on the feet. He has power, but Steele has a chin of a buffalo, and he has really good boxing. We saw in Contender how he finished a very dangerous opponent, Jason Blair, with this liver shot that he had. And we see that Rongzhu is lacking on the feet. He got already 3 losses in the UFC. 3 losses in the UFC. Yeah, he fought against Ignacio Bahamondes, got choked. Lost to Rodrigo Vargas, and he won against Brandon Jenkins. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Kody Steele. I think this guy is gonna be a problem, and his last loss against Chris Padilla is not looking good. So yeah, give me Kody Steele to get the win. Next fight, we got Quillan, Salkilld, and Anshul, Jubli. This is my most confident pick of the night. I'm picking Salkilld to win. I'll say he gets the finish. The fact that Jubli lost to Mike Britton is not good. He really proven that he falls under pressure, and when Mike Britton started barking, then Jubli just folded, man. Just folded like a chair. So Salkilld is much more dangerous than Mike Britton. I think that he's gonna be a big problem in this division, and he keeps improving. So I'm gonna pick him to win here. I say he does it inside the distance. Kevin Jousset and Jonathan Micallef. I'm gonna pick Kevin Jousset. Micallef is more of a problem with his grappling from what I've seen and from his record. We saw that he got that triangle choke when he fought in Contender against Muhammad Abu. Kevin Jousset has the judo to stay on the feet, and he has a good striking. He did lose his last fight against Brian Battle, who pressured him, but he's still dangerous. I think that he can find the win here. Maybe a knockout, as Jonathan Micallef was knocked out in the past. So yeah, give me Jousset. Next fight, we got Aleksandre Topuria and Colby Thicknesse. I'll be honest, I haven't seen both of them fighting. With that being said, a person that I really respect and is very sharp with his betting on Twitter. His name is Ricky MMA Ricky. Go follow him. First of all, he's a very sharp guy with his MMA picks. He said that he wasn't impressed by Colby Thicknesse. So I take his word. I'm gonna pick Aleksandre Topuria. I haven't done any research on both of these, but it's gonna be a fun fight just because of the backstory. Ilia Topuria is gonna be cornering Aleksandre, and we're gonna see what's his name, Volkanovski cornering Colby. So I'm looking forward to see how this is gonna go. Next fight we got Cong Wang and Bruna Brasil. This is gonna be a hard one, but I'm gonna go with Bruna Brasil. I think that her evolution in the fighting nerds is something else. She looked like a world beater against Molly McCann, and I only expect to see more improvement from her. Cong Wang, she got fraud checked in her last fight. She got caught, dropped, and then submitted. Bruna Brasil is very dangerous on the feet. She can catch her as well. Cong Wang is good though. I just think that she lost last time because she was too arrogant and she paid the price. Bruna Brasil though, she does have chin issues. She can get knocked out, so it's a dangerous fight. But I'll give her the edge with the fighting nerds. I think that it does really well for her, and she's gonna get the win. Next fight we got Nolan and Viacheslav Borshchev. Oh man, this is another hard fight to predict. Not something that I want to bet on, but Nolan, bro, like he has long hands. He's very dangerous. We've seen Viacheslav Borshchev getting dropped by Chase Super, who has similar reach, similar build. I would even give Nolan the striking advantage when you compare it to Chase Hooper, because Chase Hooper is more of I'll say a jiu-jitsu guy, but he really improved his striking. So I'm gonna pick Nolan to win. I say that I don't think he's gonna get the finish here, because Borshchev is tough. So I'll say by decision, but it's one of those fights where either guy can win. Borshchev, when he finds his range, he's a problem to anyone. So give me Nolan. I'll say he's gonna win. I'm not gonna bet this fight anyway, but from what I've seen, this is what's gonna happen. Next one we got Jack Jenkins and Gabriel Santos. Man, another banger. Two very explosive fighters. Jack Jenkins looked phenomenal in his last fight, but he fought a guy we all knew was gonna win. Santos though, he's a different beast. He has good jiu-jitsu, good striking. I see this fight staying on the feet though. Santos has more of an offensive, defensive jiu-jitsu. He has really good arm bars from bottom position. Yeah, but I'm gonna pick Jack Jenkins. I think that he's being overlooked here. He's the dog. I think that on the feet he can be problematic for Santos just because he can work on his leg kicks and get maybe hurt Santos, hurt his movement. Santos is very dangerous on the feet as well, but I think Jack Jenkins is a bit too technical for him. I think it's going to be a problem for Santos. And if it's going to be a close decision, we're talking about a fight happening in Australia. I think that the judges will favor Jack Jenkins there in case it does get to a decision. So, yeah, give me Jack Jenkins to get the win. Next fight, we got Jake Matthews and Francisco Prado. I'm going to pick Jake Matthews. I think that he can handle Prado on the feet, who's very wild. Matthews has a good chin, and I think he's gonna use his wrestling here and jiu-jitsu to really to dominate in this fight against Prado. Prado is more of a brawler. Like, he comes at you. He's very he's hard to knock out. He was never knocked out. In his last fight, he got hurt so much. A lot of damage. He ate a lot of damage. but losing to Jimmy Malarkey, that doesn't look good. Knocking out a Zaitar, Zaitar has no chin. Then he lost to Zellhuber. I think that this is a great spot for Jake Matthews to get a win in Australia as an Australian. So, yeah, give me Jake Matthews to get the win here. I see him winning by decision. He's not going to finish Prado. So the over might be another good spot if you guys want a parlay piece. Next one, you got Jimmy Crute and Rodolfo Bellato. I don't know, man. This is going to be one of those fights again that... two heavyweights. Are they heavyweights? Light heavyweights? Oh, light heavyweights. Two light heavyweights. One of them with 4 losses out of the last 5. I don't know, to be honest. I haven't really seen if Jimmy Crute's fights. Rodolfo Bellato shown that he has this dog in him. He managed to knock out Igor Poteria, but he was close to losing, and it's here Potier. It was not very impressive. Other than that, his only losses are against Vitor Petrino. So I don't know. I'm gonna pick Bellato. Don't take my word for it. I haven't really done any research on Jimmy Crute, so I'm just saying it after watching Bellato's last fight and looking at the record of Crute. This is another interesting fight. Salison Teixeira and Justin Tafa. You got two very dangerous strikers. Very, very dangerous on the feet. Tafa, man, has knockout power. Also, Talison has knockout power. Both can really bring it. But I have to go with the veteran, with Justin Tafa. This is going to be in Australia. I see this fight staying on the feet, although Talison is a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu. We might see him utilizing his wrestling maybe in this fight, although we haven't seen it from him. Because he just knocks out everyone. But if he takes down Justin Tafa, we've seen what happens with the Tafas. They're not able to get back up. It's like you take them down and the round is over unless you get a finish. So will Talison do that? I don't know. It's hard for me to predict if that's what he's gonna do. I will say this fight is not going the distance, though. We got two very, very dangerous strikers. I wouldn't be surprised if Talison gets the finish here as well. The guy is very, very long, very big, 6'7". He does have a submission win, though, in his first fight. Inverted triangle armbar. So if you get an inverted triangle armbar finish, like, you know what you're doing. So it's gonna be interesting. Other than that, round 1 finishes in almost every fight. So yeah, give me give me Justin Tafa. It's gonna be in Australia. Maybe the first fight in such a place for Talison would be a bit too much. He might get too excited. So yeah, give me Tafa to get the win. If he wins, probably by finish. Next one, the co-main event. We got Weili Zhang and Tatiana Suarez. I'll tell you what, Tatiana Suarez is training with the best bantamweight in the world. I think he's her husband now. Yeah, it's probably her husband now. And I'm talking about Patchy Mix. Now the thing about Suarez, she's very, very she's not very active. She's very, very inactive. Weili Zhang is active. But you got a girl here who has I think that Suarez, you can argue that Suarez has the better wrestling out of the two. She's built in a way that might be problematic for Weili Zhang, because another thing about Suarez is she has very, very dangerous guillotine. And Weili Zhang, if she doesn't manage to do anything on the feet, Suarez can, and she tries to take down Suarez can snatch that neck and finish. And let me remind you, Suarez is training with Patchy Mix, who's arguably the best bantamweight in the world right now. Like, he, from what they say, he's finishing Merab, choking Merab in the training room. So she's training with this guy, and you can't ignore that. Although she's inactive, she's been dominating everyone that she fought against. And Weili Zhang, I think that she was exposed in her last fight against Xionan. Xionan had opportunities to finish the fight, but she wasn't able to do so. Don't forget, she lost to Rose Namajunas 2 times. And I'll say that Tatiana Suarez is much more dangerous than Rose Namajunas. So I'll pick Suarez to get the win. I'll say that she does it by submission. 5 rounds with wrestling. There's gonna be wrestling there. I think that we're gonna see Suarez getting a submission. I'll say guillotine. I'll say guillotine. So yeah, give me Suarez to get the guillotine in this one. And yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Main event, we have Sean Strickland and Dricus Du Plessis. I'm picking Dricus Du Plessis. I think he's gonna win again. Their first fight was very close. But, you know, Sean Strickland, sometimes you just can't trust the guy. You just can't trust him. He's very one-dimensional with his striking and all that. It works, though, don't get me wrong. But I think Dricus Du Plessis will use his wrestling in this one more than he used in the first one. And probably get another decision win. You know, the guy is very dangerous. I don't see Sean knocking him out, because that's not what Sean does. But I do see Dricus maybe getting a submission. Although Sean Strickland was never submitted, he has the ability to just jump right back up after you take him down. But he can get taken down. So this is something that you can't ignore. You lost to Cannonier, lost to Alex Pereira. He got a win against Jack Hermanson. Flying rear naked choke, holy shit, against Andy Varela. He lost to Elijah Zaleski back in the day. Lost to Santiago Ponzinibbio back in the day. He got a long career, this guy. He's been through a lot. But I'm gonna pick him, Dricus Du Plessis, to win. I think he's a very dominant champ, and I think he's gonna get it again. Yeah, he can also knock him out. I wouldn't be surprised if that does happen. Anyway, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content, and yeah, if you want to join the free Telegram group, we cashed our free bet last card, so you can do that. Link is in the description. I'm gonna release the free bet very soon to there as well. Peace.